For anyone just joining or listening to this audio recording later, I'm Brittnie from Baptiste Power Yoga St. Louis. And this is 60 minutes of yoga for mobility. And today we're going to focus on movement with breath, of course, to get out of our heads for a little while and into our bodies. We're also going to work on creating space in our side bodies, an area we often don't think about or put attention directly on. And do some movements and poses that give us more space there, helping out our spine align properly. And loosen some things up, but nothing you need to do about that right now. Just breathe. Let your mind slow down. Stretch your arms out a little longer on your mat and spread your fingertips. And then walk both hands and both arms to the right, keeping your hips and your legs where they are. And ease into this first side body stretch. But as you breathe, just feel the space between your hips and your fingertips. Simply noticing the openness or the tightness. Just breathing here. And then walk back through center with your hands. And move to the left slowly, keeping your hips and legs where they are. Breathing here and just noticing this side. And walk your hands back to center. Stretch them out long on your mat. Take a big breath in through your nose and sigh it out of your mouth. 2 more like that right here, and really fill your side bodies up with breath. Feel your rib cages expand and contract with the inhale and exhale. 1 more round. And press up to hands and knees. Take a few rounds of cat-cow, moving with your breath. So either cat or cow on your inhale, and then find your rhythm, move, alternate. And then I want you to add in a side body cat-cow here. So on your next round of breath, take your head and your hips to one side. And then on that inhale or exhale following, go to the other side. Move with your breath like that. Good. Come back to center and find stillness. And curl your toes and press into downward facing dog. And Bring your attention to your hands to start here. If you have tender wrists, try turning your fingers out to the long edges of your mat so that your first finger is pointing to the corners of your mat more than the top. Play around with how that feels on your wrist. And then see if you can press down through the meaty part of your palms a little more. And find some length, and again, bring your attention to your rib cages and the side body. Fill it with your breath. Take an inhale through your nose. Sigh it out of your mouth. And then walk to the top of your mat, ragdoll. And you can find movement side to side. You can loosen up your neck muscles. You can bend your knees. Bring the attention to your feet now. Press down through the four corners of both feet and the centers of your heels. And lift and spread your toes and then place them back down on the mat and really ground down through your foundation. Keep that grounding down and then inhale, rise up, extended mountain, both arms to the ceiling. And stay here for your exhale. And then grab your left wrist with your right middle finger and thumb. And inhale to lengthen and lift, and exhale, stretch to your right. So let your hands fall to your right. Keep your feet grounded, keep your core engaged, your foundation centered, but find that side body stretch from left hip to left fingertips. And notice that if you pull your belly in and up, it protects your low back and gives you a little more space for that stretch. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale back to center. Switch your grip. So left fingers around right wrist. And stretch to the left. And if you do not engage your core and you do not press down through your feet, you might fold further, but you're not getting the full benefit of the stretch. So really tilt your pelvis up to your belly button to engage those ab muscles. Ground down through your foundation and then stretch up and over from there. Good. Inhale back to center. Release your hands, spread your fingertips. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Take a halfway lift and place your hands on your thighs. Let's find a long spine. Coming back to that space between the crown of your head and your tailbone. And bring your attention to your side body, left and right. Feel the expansion happening with your breath. And keep your knees soft. And see if you can press your thighs back. And press your hips back as you lengthen the crown of your head forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift again. Find downward facing dog. You can flow through a chaturanga, high plank to low if you'd like. Moving with your breath. We'll take 3 rounds of breath in down dog. And then step to the top of your mat. Do a few more sun salutation A's. Halfway lift, find that length. Fold forward. Find your feet, root down, extended mountain, lift up. And move with your breath, exhale, fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank or downward facing dog. Three breaths in down dog. And I'll invite you again to bring your attention to your side body today. Someplace we really don't often put focus on. Just notice here, feel what kind of space you have. And then step or float if you'd like to the top of your mat. Take a halfway lift. Fold on your exhale. Rise up on your inhale, extended mountain, still connected through your feet. And fold on your exhale. Lengthen, breathe in. High to low flow or downward facing dog, we'll meet there. Always an option to come to hands and knees. We're going to lift our right leg straight back behind us. And bend the knee to stack that right hip open. And you can let that right foot fall behind you. Keep your shoulders square to the mat. And from that squaring up, feel the side body stretch. See if you can breathe and bring all of your attention to the the right side of your body, all the way from your fingertips to your toes. Big breath in. Big breath out. Step that leg down. We'll lift the other leg, same thing. Shoulders and heart stay square to the mat. Yeah, and be curious here. See how much of that side body you can tap into by pulling in through your belly and pressing down through your hands and opening up from there. Inhale. Exhale that foot down. Step your right foot forward. Find a either high or low lunge. Yeah, good. Back knee lifted or on the mat. Lift your arms up. And again, tilt that pelvis up to your belly button to engage your core. And then keep your hips and your pelvis low. Keep your feet pressing down and feel your side body. From the strength of your arms and the pulling in of your core, feel both rib cages expand. Just bring awareness there. Breathe. Good. Okay, everyone drop your back knee down if it's not. And straighten your front leg. So you might have to shimmy your foot out a little bit further. Just take a slight fold forward for a runner's lunge. You can keep your right foot flat on the mat or you can lift your toes. Honor your hamstrings here. Breathing. Good. Okay, rise up. Take that right foot out to the right. Straighten your leg out to the right for gate pose. Yeah. And we'll start by bringing our left hand up and stretching our to the right. So stretching over your straight leg. Yeah, I'm sorry. Left hand up. Yeah, you got it. And maybe your right hand comes to the mat or the knee. And again, just feel all of that space in your left side body. Feel the space between your ribs, the space around the left side of your spine. They're opening up here from the hip flexors to the fingertips. Good. Inhale. Exhale back to center. And now just to counter, we'll go the other way. So right hand lifts and fold over your left. Hand can find the floor maybe. Yeah, and then stretch that right side body. Good. Inhale, lift back up to center. Bring that right leg straight back out in front of you. Find a low lunge. And then plant both hands on the inside of your right foot for a lizard. And you can always press your back knee up if you want this to be more of an active hip opener. You can bring your forearms to the mat or a block. Give our hips a little love here. And allow yourself to stay in your breath. Stay out of your head. Give yourself this time on your mat. I'll invite you again to bring your attention to your side bodies, left and right. Whatever that makes you think of when you hear those words, bring your focus there and use your breath. Take one more round of breath here. And then find down dog or child's pose is always an option for you too. Take a big breath in, sigh it out. 2 more like that. Inhale, let it go. Breathe in, fill up both side bodies. Empty completely. And step your left foot forward. Find a high or low lunge. Letting your hips be low. Your side bodies be long. With your shoulder blades still soft on your back, but find length from there and keep your belly engaged to find that full body stretch on each side. Inhale. Exhale, back knee down if it's not already, and straighten that front leg. Find a fold. Investigate this side, honoring your hamstring, bending your knee as much as you need, choosing to keep your foot flat or lift your toes. Good. Inhale, lift back all the way up. Left leg out to the left, straighten it. And then we'll fold over to the left, right arm lifts. Feeling the foundation of your right knee and your right hip holding you down, and lengthen from there. So think up and then over. Breathe. Good. Inhale back to center. And then left arm lifts, right arm to the mat if it can reach. Stretch that other side. Yeah, block on your right hand's a great option here. Good. Inhale back to center, left leg back out in front, and find your lizard, hands to the mat inside of your left foot. Keep your focus on your breath, your left and right sides. Let yourself stay here. One more full round of breath. And downward facing dog. 3 breaths, reconnect. And then walk to the top of your mat. Take a halfway lift, lengthen both sides of your body, fold forward. Chair pose, sink your hips. Keep your hips low where they are. We're gonna take our left foot back and just tap it back like you're gonna step into crescent lunge and then come back into chair. So it doesn't matter how far back it goes. Perfect, yeah, and then switch. Right toe taps back. Really good. We'll do 2 more on each side. Left foot back. Keeping your side bodies long and your upper arm bones by your ears. All of your power is coming from your core here. Tap each foot 1 more time. Yeah, this is so hard. Good work. 1 more, you got it. And then find a chair pose. Take an inhale. Exhale, fold forward, let it go. Take your fingers to your toes. You can bend your knees. Yeah, let something go here. Good. Inhale, chair pose. Keep your hips low. We're going to step our left foot back. This time, we're going to keep it back and find a warrior 2. Always an option to bring your back knee to the mat. And take your gaze over your front fingers. Steady your focus here. And then lengthen your side bodies. So find length from your hips to your armpits. And as you breathe, keep finding that space. Hugging your belly in to give you more space. Extended side angle. So you can start with your right forearm on your thigh, your right thigh. And then your left hand comes up to your left ear, your left arm to your left ear. Yeah, so keeping your body in one plane, finding that side body stretch, and then press down into your right foot and your left foot. Yeah, good, Brenda, to find more length. Spread your right fingertips, turn your palm up, activate those muscles in your right arm. Yeah, good, Gail. And then lengthen. And here you can feel the stretch all the way from your left ankle to your left fingertips. Fill that space with breath. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat, downward facing dog, or you can flow through a vinyasa, high plank to low, up dog to down. Good work. 3 breaths here. And Erica, I can't see you, but I'm sure you're doing great. Holler if you need assistance with anything. Okay, walk to the top of your mat. Lengthen your spine, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Chair pose, inhale. Keep your hips low in your chair. Step your right foot back, warrior 2. And again, lengthen. See if you can grow 1 inch taller here from your hips to the crown of your head, just expanding the side bodies with your breath. Extended side angle. Active arms, active feet. And then bring all the attention to your right side body this time. Breathe. Lengthen. Feel the full extent of the stretch. Take a big inhale. Big exhale, hands to the mat. Flow or down dog, good work. Three breaths. And step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Extended mountain, reach up and feel the new space you have on your left and your right side of your body. Hug your belly in and keep your feet rooting down and lift and extend on each side. Take an inhale. Exhale, arms by your side. Okay, ground down through your left foot and bring your right foot up for tree. And bring your hands to your hips to start. And I'm going to stand up so you can see me. I want you to take your fingertips and put them right on your hip bones. And then you're going to take your thumbs and find your rib cage. So like the bottom or maybe the second or third. And then next time you inhale, you're going to spread your fingers and actually spread that space open. So pressing your thumbs up and your fingers down, seeing how much space you can create in your side body. Yeah, it might make you wobble a little bit. And just fill that space with breath as you ground down through your rooted foot. Good. Now try to keep that space and bring your hands to your heart center. And keep that space. You can lift your arms if you choose. And steady your gaze and steady your breath. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Switch sides. Hands to your hips to start. Ground down through your feet. Good. And then fingers to hip bones, thumbs to ribs. And on your inhale, spread your fingers to gain length in each side body. Yeah, good work. And allow your shoulder blades to relax onto your back with that length, and then keep it. Bring your hands to your heart. And keep that length and space. Arms lift. Grow your branches. One more breath in. And breath out. Step it down. Extended mountain. Breathe in. And fold on your exhale. Halfway lift. Feel that new space on each side. Down dog or high plank to low, you flow. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. Three breaths. Connect here. And then step your right foot forward for warrior one. And feel that length you created in tree pose with that self-assist. Visualize that space and that length available to you on each side of your body. Open up to warrior two, keeping that length, keeping your belly hugged in and up. Good. Triangle. And with that extra space you have, bring your focus to your right side body, so the bottom rib cage, and see if you can lengthen there first. So space between your right hip and your right shoulder. Yeah, and maybe play around with where you have the block. You could try it on the outside of your leg to get more space. You could move it a little bit in or out. And then with that space on your right side body, maybe you can twist your heart up a little bit more to the ceiling. Yeah, good. Good. Inhale, rise up to a stand. Toes to the long edge of your mat. Find a wide-legged fold. You can clasp your hands behind your back or bring your hands to your hips. And fold and let gravity do the work here to lengthen your side bodies. And maybe even sway a little bit to the left and then to the right. Feeling that length and opening that's possible there for you. Okay, now drop your hands to the mat. And we're going to walk our hands to our left foot or towards our left foot. Feeling the, block on your hands is perfect. Feeling a stretch in your right side body and a good stretch in your left hamstring, I would imagine. Keeping your knee joint soft or as bent as you like. Good, and then walk to the right, hands to the right. Good, back to center. Bend your knees and rise up to a stand. Turn your left toes to the back of your mat for warrior one, other side. Your left toes, yeah, you got it. Feel that length you created in tree and the space you've created throughout the whole practice so far, and fill it with breath. And then open up warrior two. Triangle pose, other side. You can grab your block. Now bring your focus to your left side body. Find that space and that opening, allowing you to twist your left rib cage, bottom rib cage up. And breathe. Good. Inhale, rise up. Turn your toes out to the short edges of your mat. So we're facing the side again. We're going to take goddess pose. So left toes to the back of your mat, right toes to the front. Yeah, just to get a little external rotation. And cactus your arms. And then bend your knees. Yeah, sink your hips and then feel that same length in your side body that we created in tree. So space between your bottom rib on each side and your hips. Hug your belly in to find more of that space. Maybe sink your hips a little lower. Breathe here. One more round of breath. Inhale, straighten your legs, lift up, and walk both feet to the top of your mat. We'll take one more flow, extended mountain, stretch it up, feel that space, fill it with breath. Fold on your exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Vinyasa is optional here. Good, and then find high plank. Option to drop your knees to the mat. And see if you can feel that same space between your rib cages along both right and left sides of your body. Feel that elongating throughout your whole body, fingertips to toes, to crown of your head, to heels. Inhale. Exhale, lower down to the mat. You can rest one cheek, and I want you to see how much of your ear, that side of your head that you're resting, that you can get flat on the mat. So you'll need to find soft length in your neck. Maybe even tucking your chin slightly to get more of that ear flat and truly rest it here. And then switch sides, rest the other ear. Bring your chin to the mat. And keep the tops of your feet pressing down into the mat. Keep your legs pressing down into the mat, and then lift up for half locust. So hips press down and then your upper body lifts. Yeah, palms facing down, shoulder blades onto your back. And then tuck your chin slightly again to lengthen your neck. So find all of this space in your spine all the way to the crown of your head. Inhale, lift up a little higher. Exhale down to the mat. Let it go. We'll do one more. You can do half locust again or full locust, lifting your legs. Inhale, go up. And lock your gaze in on one spot here. Bring all of your focus to your breath. And then to your center line. Inhale, pull in and lift up. Exhale, release down to the mat. Good work. Let's bend our knees and let our feet fall side to side. Good. Roll over onto your backs. Let's take supported bridge today. So a pillow or a block under your hips. Yeah, or both. And let your props support you and let the rest of your body soften. You can stay here with your feet flat on the mat, or you can start to investigate straightening your legs, maybe one at a time. Giving yourself some more space to open up. And just letting your leg relax on the floor, but honor your low back. If it feels better with your feet on the mat, keep them there. And then you can also try either or, legs with arms above your head too, or just your arms above your head, maybe just one at a time. And wherever you chose to take this, again, bring your attention to the left and right sides of your body. Breathe fully and deeply. Okay, if your legs are straight, bring your feet back to the mat and lift your hips to remove your props. Let's take Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall wide. Still noticing the length between your hips and the crown of your head. Take Happy Baby. You can find some movement here. Good. Knees to chest. Lift both legs straight in the air and flex your feet so they're pressing towards the ceiling. Lower your right leg to a hover or as far down as you'd like to go. And feel the length in your side body here. Feel your hips pressing into the mat to support you, and then switch legs. And if you want, you can put your hands under your hips or your hands under your head and then switch legs. Connecting as much as your upper body to the mat as you can. Keep switching, move with your breath. So on an inhale, one leg comes up. On an exhale, the other one comes down. If you feel this pinching or anything in your low back, just don't drop your feet quite as far down. If you feel it in your core, keep going. Moving with breath, slowly strengthening those ab muscles that hold our spine in place, hold our ribs and our side bodies in place. One more on each side. Good, and then lower both feet to a hover, both legs. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders and look at your toes. Breath in, breath out, knees to chest. Good work. Take a couple rolls side to side here, really hugging your knees in. And then straighten both legs again. No more ab work, don't worry. Cross your right leg over your left. Bend both of your knees and grab opposite feet with opposite hands. Yes. You can choose to actively keep your feet flexed here. Yeah, it takes a little pressure off your knees. Might give you more space to bring your knees closer to your torso. Yeah, maybe you stay right here. It's perfect. And then see how long you can get your side body, both sides, and your spine. See how much of your spine you can get flat on the mat. Easing into a little bit deeper opening in this shape. And keep your mind on your thoughts and your body and your mat. And your breath. Good. Both legs straight. Switch sides. Left leg wraps in front of right. Noticing subtle differences from side to side. Find that length again and flatten your spine, flatten both side bodies as much as you can on the mat. Good. Unwind. Bring both knees into your chest. Let's take a couple rock and rolls up and down our spine and our mats now. And then find a seat at the top of your mat. And actually, you can face a long edge of your mat if you want. Bring your right leg in like tree and keep your left leg long. Good. Lift your arms up and twist towards your right bent knee. And then, and then we're going to fold towards our left straight leg, stretching the right side body. Bear with me here. I'm having some connection issues. So we're just twisting our torso to the right. And then stretching to the left. So lift your arms up, Brenda. Bring your right hand over. There you go. So we're doing another side body stretch, and then press the right hip down into the mat and feel that stretch again all the way from your hip to your fingertips. Good. One more round of breath. And rise back up, inhale. Okay, arms lift again. Now turn towards the straight left leg and fold forward over that leg, getting into the hamstrings. Inhale, rise. Switch your legs. Okay, so left knee is bent now. Arms lift. Twist your torso with lifted arms to your left, and then fold to your right. Pressing the left hip down. Moving with ease, but creating new space. Good. Inhale, lift back up. Arms stay lifted. Twist towards your straight leg and then fold forward. Inhale, lift up. Straighten both legs and shake them out a little bit. You can bend one knee at a time. And then roll onto your back and hug both knees into your chest. Give them a good squeeze. And then bring your feet back to the mat. And press down into your feet to lift your hips up and just shimmy them to the right a little bit. Yeah, and then hug your knees into your chest and twist to the left. Giving yourself a little more space for this twist, and then allow both shoulder blades to press into the mat. So maybe your knees don't touch the ground. So we're just going to do a supine twist to the left, dropping your knees to the left. Bring your attention to both side bodies, noticing how they feel in the twist. With this new space we've created in both left and right. Back to center. Knees in to reset. Hug your knees into your chest. Yeah, just for a moment. And then feet back to the mat. And just lift your hips up a tiny bit. Shimmy them to the left so you can get a little more access to the twist, and then drop both knees to the right. Shoulder blades pressing into the mat. Acknowledging any differences, accepting without judgment on this side. Filling your space and length in your side bodies with breath. And come back to center. Hug both knees in. Take a big breath in here, and one more time, lengthen your spine and see how much of it you can press into the mat, and feel that space on each side of your body, in your rib cage. Fill it with breath here. Let's take one more big inhale together. Fill up. Exhale, let everything go. Shavasana. Take whatever shape is calling you today. Legs and arms out really wide. You can bring your soles of your feet together. Whatever feels good. And when you're in that shape, take one more breath. Really feeling the length and space you created in your body, and let that soak in here to your deep rest pose. I'll mind the time and wake you when we're ready. Let your next inhale be deep and full and fill every side of your body, front side, back side, left and right. Let each breath from here bring more movement. Just stretch, feeling that space and length one more time. Feeling the space between your ribs and your hips fill up with breath. And then roll to your right. And Brenda, maybe your screen is frozen, but if you can hear me, we can wake up. Or you can stay. Okay, one more breath here. And then press up to a seat. Hands to your heart. Invite you to keep your eyes closed. Let's one more time. Press our hips down into the mat and the earth below. And find length and space in our upper body, both sides of our bodies, and fill it with breath. And let it go. And I hope that you can take this new space and new breath with you through the rest of your weekend with honor and gratitude. I thank you all for joining me today. Namaste.